Do you often feel like you're not doing well financially even when you are? Let's face it, we live in a world where social media often paints a picture of financial success that can seem unattainable. Young millionaires flaunt their luxury cars and designer clothes, causing us to question our own financial wellness. This, my friends, is what we call the financial mirage. But here's the truth. Wealth isn't about the flashy material items or the balance in your bank account. It's about financial security, stability, and peace of mind. It's about being able to afford the things that truly matter to you, not the things society tells you to desire. So instead of comparing your financial situation to that of others, focus on your own financial journey. Are you paying your bills on time? Are you saving for your future? If the answer is yes, then you're doing just fine. Remember, wealth is relative and personal. You're likely doing better than you think. Scene script. Are you drowning in debt or swimming above it? Let's talk about debt. It's like a monster lurking under the bed, isn't it? But not all debt is created equal. There's good debt and there's bad debt. Yes, you heard it right, good debt. Sounds counterintuitive, doesn't it? Good debt is the kind that can create value or generate income over time. It's the debt you take on for a mortgage, an education, or a small business loan. These are investments that, in the long run, can boost your net worth. On the other hand, bad debt is the one that does nothing but drain your wallet. It's the debt from credit cards, personal loans, or buying things you really don't need. It's like feeding that monster under the bed and letting it grow bigger and scarier. Now, the key to financial wellness is managing this monster effectively. It's about keeping it on a leash, making sure it's not growing too big for you to handle. And that, folks, is where the debt-to-income ratio comes in. The debt-to-income ratio is a simple calculation that shows how much of your income goes towards paying off your debts. And here's a golden nugget of wisdom for you. Aim to keep this ratio under 30%. That's right, no more than 30% of your income should go towards serving your debt. But why 30%, you ask? Well, it's a sweet spot that signals to lenders that you're a responsible borrower. Plus, it gives you plenty of room to manage your other financial obligations and even save a bit on the side. Of course, these are just guidelines, not hard rules. We all have unique financial circumstances. But remember, the goal is not to be debt-free, but to manage your debt effectively. So take a step back and evaluate. Are you feeding the debt monster or are you taming it? If your debt is manageable and you're not living paycheck to paycheck, you're doing all right. Do you have money tucked away for a rainy day? That's not just an old saying your grandma used to throw around. It's a cornerstone of financial stability. Let's talk about savings and emergency funds. Imagine this. You're minding your own business, living your best life, when suddenly your car decides today's the day it's giving up the ghost. Or your fridge decides to retire without giving its 2 weeks notice. Without an emergency fund, these unexpected expenses could lead to unnecessary debt. And that's where an emergency fund swoops in, like your very own financial superhero. It's money set aside specifically for unforeseen expenses, like a car breakdown, a medical emergency, or even job loss. The general rule of thumb is to have 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses saved in your emergency fund. But remember, this isn't a one-size-fits-all approach. Depending on your personal situation, you might need more or less. Now on to savings. It's like the mild-mannered alter ego to your emergency fund superhero. Savings are for planned expenses, like that vacation you've been dreaming about or a down payment on a house. They also help you achieve long-term financial goals. But how much should you have saved? Well, that depends on your age and income. A good starting point is to aim for having 1 year's salary saved by the time you're 30. By 40, you should aim for 3 times your salary, and by 50, 6 times your salary. However, don't let these numbers scare you. Everyone's financial journey is unique. The important thing is to start saving, no matter how small the amount might seem. Remember, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So if you're regularly setting aside money for emergencies and savings, you're doing better than you think. It might not be as glamorous as the life of a social media influencer or a young millionaire, but having a financial safety net is a sign of true financial maturity. If you've got some savings and an emergency fund, pat yourself on the back. You're financially ahead of the game. Scene script. Are you prepared for your golden years? Feel that little shiver of panic? Don't worry, you're not alone. Retirement planning is often cloaked in a fog of confusion and fear, but it doesn't have to be. It's never too early or too late to start planning for your retirement, and doing so is a sign you're doing better financially than you might realize. Now, you may think of retirement planning as something only old people do, but let's debunk that myth right here, right now. The sooner you start, the more comfortable your retirement can be. It's like planting a tree. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the second best time? It's today. So, what is retirement planning exactly? It's essentially setting aside money while you're still working so you can live comfortably when you're no longer earning a regular income. This could be in the form of a 401(k), an IRA, or other types of retirement savings plans. Let's talk about the 401(k) for a moment. It's a type of retirement account you get through your employer, where you contribute a portion of your pre-tax salary. And here's the kicker. Often your employer will match your contributions up to a certain percentage. That's free money, folks. If you're not taking advantage of that, you're leaving cash on the table. Now, if your eyes are glazing over at the mention of things like 401(k)s and IRAs, don't fret. There are plenty of resources out there to help you understand these terms and make the best decisions for your future. And remember, every little bit helps. Even if you're only able to contribute a small amount each month, it will add up over time. So, if you're already contributing to your retirement, give yourself a pat on the back. You're taking steps towards securing your future, and that's something to be proud of. And if you haven't started yet, consider this your wake-up call. If you're contributing to your retirement, you're doing better than you might think. What does your credit score say about your financial health? Well, think of your credit score as a financial report card. A high credit score is like an A+, showing lenders, landlords, and even employers that you're financially responsible. It's a reflection of your ability to manage debt and make payments on time. It's not about how much money you have in the bank, but rather how well you handle your financial obligations. On the flip side, a low credit score can be a red flag, signaling struggles with debt management. But don't despair if your credit score isn't perfect. It's not set in stone and can always be improved. Regularly checking your credit report, paying bills on time, and maintaining a low balance on credit cards are all steps in the right direction. Remember, your credit score is a snapshot of your financial health, not the whole picture. If your credit score is in good shape, you're on the right track. Are your dollars working for you? That's the question we need to ask ourselves when it comes to investments. Now, investments aren't just about the big bucks. They're not just for the Wall Street wolves or the Silicon Valley tycoons. They're for everyone, and they can be a powerful tool in your financial arsenal. Think of your money as an employee. You can have it sit around doing nothing, or you can send it out into the world to work for you. That's the beauty of investments. When you invest your money, you're giving it a job. You're saying, hey money, don't just sit there, go out and make me some more money. Now, the key to successful investing is diversification. Imagine if your boss relied solely on you for all the company's tasks. That's a lot of pressure, right? And what if you get sick one day? The company would be in trouble. The same principle applies to your investments. If you put all your eggs in one basket, you're setting yourself up for potential disaster. But if you spread your investments across a variety of areas, you're reducing your risk and increasing your chances of success. Diversification could mean investing in different sectors like technology, healthcare, or renewable energy. Or it could mean investing in different types of assets like stocks, bonds, or real estate. The idea is to spread your risk, so if one investment doesn't perform well, others may step up to the plate. So if you've got some diversified investments, give yourself a pat on the back. You're showing signs of financial health. You're making your money work for you. And remember, you don't have to be a millionaire to invest. Even if you're just starting out, even if you're investing just a little, you're taking steps towards financial success. So, have a look at your financial landscape. Are your dollars hustling for you? Are they out there pounding the pavement, bringing in more dollars? If you're investing, even if it's just a little, you're setting yourself up for financial success. So, are you doing well financially? We've journeyed through the financial mirage, faced the debt monster, and explored the importance of savings and emergency funds. We've looked into retirement planning, understanding that it's never too early to start. We've also shed light on credit scores and their significance to our financial health. We've uncovered the power of investments and how they can catapult us towards financial freedom. It's true that the glamorous lives of social media influencers and young millionaires may put pressure on us, but it's vital to remember that financial wellness isn't about living a life of extravagance. In fact, you're likely doing better financially than you think. It's about making well-informed decisions, being consistent, and having a long-term perspective. Keep in mind that financial success isn't about reaching a specific destination. It's about the journey. Remember, financial success is a journey, not a destination. Keep going, you're doing great.